Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in today. It's been a while since I've done anything with CAM and AnyCAD. I did it way back when 2016 was first released. But today I really want to show you working with Inventor Professional 2017 with HSM, the HSM CAM add-in, and also over in Solidworks 2016. So it's a pretty basic part, but it's got some cool features in it to show you the effects of using AnyCAD with Inventor HSM. So this part here, pretty straightforward. Boss extrude. It's got some cut extrudes in it, some mirrored features, some circular patterns of some holes and some cutout features, some chamfers, yeah, and then there's some details on the back here as well. Another little pocket. So right, let's switch back to HSM. So you've got the choice when you open up files inside Inventor to either or place them inside an assembly to either import them or reference them if they're third-party files. So the supported file types are Solidworks, NX, Creo, CATIA, and STEP files. And yeah, no, I think that's it. Alias as well. So that'll be the most common ones. So if I close off this part file here and just select open, I've got my file type set to all files here, and I can select this solid part file from Solidworks. If I open that up, it's going to ask me whether I want to reference it or convert it. So I do just want to reference it. Now if there's multiple components or bodies in the file you're opening up, you've got the option here to choose, pick and choose what you want to come through and what you don't. So in this case here, I'm going to leave the stock behind. I don't need it. Okay, so in it comes. There it is. Looks very similar to how it does inside SolidWorks. So let's start programming it. On the CAM tab, I'm going to create a setup. I'm milling. I need to correct my coordinate system here. So I'm going to switch that over to Z-axis and plane. So I'm going to select this face to define my Z-axis, and I'm happy with my X-axis. I do need to correct my origin. So I'm going to pick this node at the back left-hand corner, and just for good practice, clear out my selection and reselect my model. The reason why you do that is because by default it's going to select all of the bodies or components in your particular file that's open at the time, and try and toolpath all of them. So this is saying, hey, I only want you to toolpath this particular body or component here. I don't have any fixtures, but that would be a similar story. You just select that as well. And then on the stock side, so I'm gonna stick with relative size. It's currently in inches, so I'm just going to click OK and quickly change over my document. So it's pulled those units through from the SolidWorks model. So I'll set this to millimeters. There we go. And we'll edit that again and have a look at the stock. So we'll go with 1 mil on the side and 1 mil on the top. Don't need any bottom for now. I'll leave it like that. So let's get to applying some toolpaths. So I'm going to come in and do some facing. I'll select my face mill from my tutorial folder here. Apply that toolpath, and then I'm going to come through and do some 2D adaptive clearing. I'll choose, get back down to tutorial again, we'll go over 5 mil flat. I'm going to pick all of these faces. Oops. All of these faces here. I'm just going to stick with the default values. Okay, I'll just quickly derive that 2D milling. No, sorry, I'll duplicate it and edit this, and then just clear out my selection and pick this bottom edge. Okay, here I want to change my bottom height to model bottom, and I'll go down another mil just to go all the way past it. Let it use the default values, and then I don't know, let's do some 2D contours or to finish off all of these here, and let it do its thing. And another, we'll duplicate that as well. No, actually cancel that, delete. I don't want to have to redo all those plane selections again, so I'm going to use this 2D adaptive toolpath here and create a derived operation and go with a 2D contour. And just let it do its thing, and so we can see now it's cut past in the same way. Let's drill some of these holes, right? So we'll go with, I think it's a 3mm. Oh, let's have a look. So if we search for a 3.175, let's go with a 3. We'll use a 3mm drill. Select the hole here. We can actually go down deeper than that if we want. So let's clear that out and select this hole here, then turn on auto merge hole segments just to bring this feed point up above the hole. So auto merge the hole segments, okay. And then we're going to turn on select same diameter so it goes and finds all the rest of those holes. So drill all those out, and then let's just do some chamfer milling. So let's find a chamfer mill. That'll do. Yep, that'll do. And we'll select these chamfers here. We'll go and chuck in, I don't know, 2mm tip offset. And it don't need to put a chamfer width because it's machining off the bottom, so it's just going to machine that width that's defined there. There we go. Alright, so we'll save that quickly. So we'll just chuck this in here and we'll go AnyCAD demo, and then go back into Solidworks here. So let's change something like the circular pattern. So we'll edit that. Let's bump it up to 5 and see what else can we change. We can change this offset here to 3 inches rather. Increase the whole length of the whole part, and yeah, see how we go with that. So we'll hit save on here. Everything's updated. Come back into Inventor and we can see that there's a lightning bolt in here now, and when we come back into this browser we can see that it's pending a change. Now if you want to, you can also just right click on this and go suppress link. Alright, so it's never going to try and update. It's as if you imported it, as if you imported it in the traditional manner, and so there's no live link back to the original file. But if you did want to later on, so you may not have anticipated some kind of change, at least here you can come in and go, without breaking it or importing it in the traditional method, at least in this way you can come in and go unsuppress link and control the update if you want to. So there you go, there's the update. Saw it change. I didn't have to import anything again. All of these toolpaths need to be updated, so if I right click on this and go generate toolpath, see what we get. So it's faced off the top. Everything else is updated. The only one we've got to sort out up here is this pattern over here has got itself a bit confused. So if we click on that, delete, and then pick on this one here, and we're good to go again. So that's a pretty good real world demonstration of it. It works 99% of the time. Obviously if I had a quantity 5 pattern and I selected a hole as the base hole to go and find the rest of the holes, and then that particular hole disappeared, the toolpath would fail to calculate, and I'd have to come in here and reselect that piece of geometry, which is, you know, perfectly reasonable to expect. But all of the other stuff I didn't have to toolpath, I didn't have to reselect anything, and I'm good to go. And so yeah, you saw me do that with Solidworks. You can do it with NX, Creo, CATIA, all of the other big CAD products. So not only is it a great integrated CAM product within itself, it can also behave like an integrated CAM product with third-party file formats, including step files. Well, thanks for tuning in today. I hope that was helpful, and if you like the channel, please subscribe and give the video a like. Take it easy. Bye.